much money do you make? Like, I don't want to seem like interested in like money and stuff, but I just want to come out from the get-go to tell you, like, I'm not a gold digger or anything, but I just don't go out with broke boys.
I think I made good enough.
And I know you just took me to Applebee's, like, I get it. Maybe you don't want to take me to the most fanciest place, like, on the first date, but never again are you going to take me here.
Next time we could go somewhere else. But...
Like, Applebee's is not acceptable. I'm high-end.
We're just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
Well, who knows?
And if I date, it's not to waste my time, so I'm not going to be going out and going to, cheap restaurants.
Okay, and then I hate a man who know they worth, because that just is aggravating.
Ladies, don't kill me for this, but women hate for a man to know his worth. We don't like that shit. Nigga come around thinking he know his worth. Oh, he too good for this, he too good for that. A man that know his worth ain't gonna let us play with him. And I don't like that. Me personally, I don't like that. Nigga, I need you to come around not knowing shit.
I don't like men who know their worth. Like, I hate y'all. I hate men who know their worth. They be like, I don't gotta deal with girl shit.
As a woman, dealing with a man who knows his worth is literally like the most like humbling experience ever, because he will literally cut your ass off.
Society's always telling women, know your worth, know your worth, know your worth. But we act like men aren't supposed to know their worth. And people take issue when a man knows his worth.
I have a good friend. She's been dating her boyfriend for probably 6+ years now.
Long time.
Yeah. And she's been cheating on him for 4.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was with both of them the other night. We were drinking, and he let it slip to me that he was saving up to buy a ring because he wanted to propose soon. So now I'm in this really awkward position. I'm closer to her as a friend.
Sure.
But I feel horrible for him, obviously. And so I just don't know how to navigate this situation.
So, Panda, what's girl code? What would you do? Would you tell her, like, hey, get your ish together? Would you say something to the man, or would you just stay out of it because, like, I'm supposed to protect her at all costs?
I definitely wouldn't tell the guy, like the guy who's being cheated on, as you as a friend, Anna, on the outside. I would not cut right in the middle of that.
Yeah, I don't think you get involved in that. I don't think you get involved like that.
That's a totally different thing,
yeah.
But I would talk to the friend, the girl, and just be like, hey, how are you feeling about your relationship? Because
I don't have a problem you telling the guy.
Really?
She's doing it. You have to be accountable for your actions.
Then she loses her friendship with
I know.
with the
I don't
girl.
want to lose the friendship because
she's not a very good friend, but making you cover up her cheating ass.
I know. I know.
That's a good.
This is the thing. I hope people will understand that you are a reflection of the people you hang around with. If all the people you hang around with are criminals, there is a high likelihood that you are not a legally sound person yourself, or you don't have a high moral standing when it comes to legality, right? Anything that's legal, right? You could maybe experience criminal activities yourself, right? You could do them yourself. So that shows you what type of person you are. If you yourself are fine with the people around you cheating, or the people around you are often cheaters, then there's a high likelihood that you can become one, or you are fine with cheating yourself. This is that's the thing that people have to understand, that past matters. The people you hang around with matters, right? They are everything is a reflection of yourself, because it's what you allow into your life. If you allow cheaters into your life, how could anyone be surprised that you yourself are a cheater, become a cheater, right? There can't be any surprise. So these people, at least 3 of them, are not morally sound. They were fine with tiptoeing around because their friend is cheating. It's funny that would they be fine with someone cheating on them and not telling them? I think that would not be sound for them. That's why it's like there's a saying that you just got to be careful with who you surround yourself with. And it is more true than ever nowadays, because I believe more and more people are so morally questionable, and they only care about themselves. Like them, right? They don't want to lose that friendship. What? This type of friend is not, they don't sound like a good person. They don't. And imagine that if they can hide your cheating, that doesn't sound that they're a good person either, right? Or if they could maybe influence you to cheat as well. That's why it's like, yeah, you want to keep this person in your life. It is ridiculous that sometimes people want to keep toxic people in their lives, and then they wonder why they date toxic people, or they have outcomes resulting from dating toxic people.
Created a generation of narcissistic women, and what's happened is the rise of social media and the rise of online dating and the rise of feminism has taught women that they are not to blame for any poor choices. Every poor choice is glamorized. So if you want to be a sex worker, it's great. If you want to post in bikini pictures online, it's fine. If you want to be in with it, every poor choice is glamorized, and every internal reflection is seen as gaslighting yourself. So they've even got terms for internal reflection to prevent it happening. And so what will happen is they are trained to not reflect on themselves, because we've been told we've been oppressed for so many years. Now it's time to make sure we project. And so we don't take any accountability. And as a result, when we get into relationships, if we don't feel completely soothed all the time, he must be a narcissist. He must be a manipulator. He must be gaslighting. He, rather than I. And unfortunately, we've got an online market that caters to that wounded woman, that caters to that entitled woman, and caters to that narcissistic woman. And it's so wild to me that so many women talk about narcissism, but the society today is just catering to narcissistic women. If I post a picture online, a bikini picture online, there's nothing my husband can do that could compete with that level of accolade.
Attention.
Impossible.
The compliments, the attention, the messaging, the you're so sexy and beautiful, and all these different things from thousands or potentially millions of men
around the world
who have money and all these things.
Yeah, and there's nothing he can do. He can't post online and get the same reaction. And more so, he can't give me the same level of validation. So what's happened is we've created a setup in society that means men have to compete with a level of validation they can't compete with.
I'm fighting for women's rights.
I don't like it. I don't want to work. I don't. So all you fucking feminist, equal rights movement people, shut the fuck up.
You're telling me as women this is what we fought for? To go to work. To work.
The whole independent, I want to be independent. I got my own bag. Ladies, it's dead. My mom used to be a housekeeper, and she instilled in me, go to school, work hard, don't ever ask anyone for anything. And I'm like, that backfired because I'm exhausted.
To the table with the table, the chairs, the bacon. So I'm not asking or begging a man to take care of me because I don't need that, honey. Look at me.
Few moments later.
I'm tired. I no longer want to be an independent woman. Forget that INDE. I'm good. I want to be a housewife.
Say no to these exploitive damsel in distress dating scams. The older generation of women have made their deal with the devil, and now modern women have inherited the poor decisions that the older generation of women have made. After 1 or 2 generations of toxic feminism, promoting the hatred of the patriarchy and narcissism, these women finally want to revert back to traditionalism because the load is too much to handle. Modern women see Instagram models constantly traveling to exotic places, buying expensive purses, and living life on easy mode. And they see that that's more aspiring than working 40 hours a week just to pay their own bills and debt that they accumulated throughout the years. Say no to these exploitive dating scams. And say yes to the passport bros.
I wasn't just going to follow a tradition of society and my family telling me that I need to be married and have kids. I also was pretty married to my career, which I have really established and I feel really proud of. I also was pretty married to my career.
I don't need no man.
A few moments later.
As a single woman who is just beginning to date again, I've never been married, I have no kids. I also struggle with anxiety, so this should be fun. Pretty much just starting this journey, so I'm going to take you along with me.
When you talk about mental health as a woman, keep in mind that if you land at 50 and you're sitting in that house all alone with your cat and you have no man and you have no kids and you have no family and all you have is that career to try to keep you warm at night, your mental health is going to be suffering big time.
There are multiple studies that show that single, unmarried women are the happiest subset of people in the world.
Stop the cap.
And yet society keeps trying to tell us that, like, we're sad.
And the newest research points out that single women, no kids, are the happiest subset of humans on the goddamn planet.
You sure about that? You sure about that? You sure about that?
And you check out your friends and your family. And they all have people in their lives that will always come before you, as they should. But you have no one.
So I'm at the beach and I see all these families and all these couples and I just look and go, what the hell did I do so wrong in a past life that I can't find that for myself?
It would be cool if someone could end the crushing loneliness for a minute or two.
Seeing my grandparents holding my cousin's kids and how happy they look, and I'm not gonna get to see that, witness that, experience that love.
I'm 38. I feel like I've got through my early 30s without, almost luckily, when I look at what my friends have to deal with their children, I almost feel a little bit blessed. What do you say to that?
Well, I would say that it starts to get pretty lonesome in life after 45 if you don't have a family.